Okay, I'm going to show you how to apply for money for groceries. You get up to $600 a month or more for a family of like four, and that's monthly money to pay for groceries. Now that's called a SNAP program, S-N-A-P, which stands for Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program. It used to be called food stamps, but it's not that anymore. You know, a lot of people, I mean, there's like 7 to 10 million people that are eligible right now, could go online or wherever it is in your state, you know, to apply for this and get that money, but they don't know, so they don't apply. You know, and what's important that is that there's half the seniors that are eligible are not applying. So there's so many people that could take advantage of one of the great programs this country has, millions and millions of them, but they're not applying for it. You know, and actually, it's not only for indigent people. Everybody thinks, well, God, if I'm on, the SNAP, I'm living in the gutter or something. No, half the people who get that money are working full time. You know, or 80 to 90% work the year before or the year after. So maybe just a temporary thing. You know, people should not go without food. And that's why this is here. So you want to find out, maybe the first thing you come to mind, well, is it worth it or not? How much money am I going to get? Well, let's go to Google and ask. You know, here's what you put in. How much SNAP, S-N-A-P, benefits, B-E-N-E-F-I-T-S, will I get? And just put that in and see what comes up. Okay, how much could I receive? See that first item there? You know, well, that's pretty cool. We'll click on that. And there it is. Okay, this is about how much you get. You know, one person up to $200 a month. See this? $194. Two people about $375 a month. Three people $500 a month. Four people $649. Okay, so that may be a year or two old, but you have an idea of how much is allowed. Oh, actually, that's here. October 1st, 1914 to September 30th, 2015. So that's the date. Boom, surprised the government's that current. So that's, you know, what to do. Okay, so that's, okay, so even if you're alone or just two of you, you know, that's, you know, almost, you know, $360 a month to pay for grocery. That's pretty cool. Okay, now, am I eligible? That's what you want to know. Let's go back to Google. Well, say I flunked English in college, even though I have a couple New York Times bestsellers. So let's go back to Google. Maybe that's the easiest for you guys to see there. Google. There's other search engines, and I'm familiar with Google enough. Okay, so M-I-L, income requirement, Q-U-I-R-E-M-E-N forward S-N-A-P. So, I mean, something like that, and see what comes up. Okay, income eligibility, income rules. Okay, let's see which one would be good. Let's try the second one here. Maybe that. Oh, okay, yeah. The USD. See, this U.S. Department of Agriculture. They're the one who run the SNAP program, because anything to do with food, they're involved in that. Now, let me get this. Before the computer is. Okay, here's the income eligibility. It's really 130% of the poverty level. So again, this is from October, see, 2014, September 2015. So one person at 130% of the poverty level, that means poverty plus 30% more. That means gross income of $1,265, $1,002. So that's like almost $15,000 a month that you're making. You know, that's gross, not net. They have them figure that out. Two would be $1,700. Three people, $2,100. So now we're up to, you know, $25,000 a year. Or here, $2,500. So now we're up to about $30,000 a year. And so a family of four could be making $30,000 a year and still be eligible to get extra money for food. Okay, so that is now, we found out how much we're going to get. We found out how much income you have to make to still be eligible or not make. You know, you're under those requirements. Now, how the hell do you apply, right? See, this is a state program. Even though it's federal money and federal all this kind of stuff, it really is handed out by the states. Let's go back to Google. Google.com, put in Google, and let's see, apply. Oh, okay, I have to spell right. See, I flunked English in college, even though I got 2 New York Times bestsellers. Apply for SNAP, and I live in Maryland. Let's see what that's like. Apply for SNAP in Maryland. Okay, see what it brings up. Okay. Let's see, I guess, let's just try the first one, see what happens. Now, all we want to do is apply, so we know everything we more or less want now. We know it's, there are 4 of us in the house and we make less than $30,000, so we'll probably apply. And actually, if you make more, you should still apply anyway, because you never know. They have different requirements every state, and then maybe if you're paying too much rent, so they'll take that off and you don't have to make as much. And so there's all kinds. So if you're in the ballpark, if you're making $35,000, with 4 of you, I'd still apply. It costs nothing to apply, and you'll see how easy it is too, because you do it all online. So if you could go somewhere and spend 10 minutes and apply for something, even if you don't get it, man, that's pretty cool. Okay, now you go to the sales system in Maryland. Every state will be different. You can put in your state, apply for SNAP, and then your state, you live in Ohio or Pennsylvania or whatever, and you'll see something like this. Who knows? But see, right here, you could apply right online. It says start and update an application. Okay, now it says in here, I read this a little while ago, that you could go to a local Department of Social Services and apply, or your local health department and apply. And it says here, application submitted 5 p.m. on weekday or on the weekend or holiday will be date stamped and effective the next business day. You have 30 days to complete the application once you submit it. And so on, before household members may choose, etc., all that. So here, but you could apply right online, so you might as well do it right online. Okay, start an application, see? You start an application, and depending how needy you are is how soon that you will get that information back. Okay, here it says, if you are an organization who has signed up with the Department of Human Resources to assist customers in filling out applications or changes, please select yes. See, that means there's people out there who help you fill out these applications. These are usually nonprofit organizations, that help you do this. So you're not. If you're filling out yourself, you would just put no there. And then you go. Okay, now you have they have a list of all the benefits. So that's another thing, to just look at this. Wow, maybe there's something else I could do. Here, look at it. Here's the food stamp, supplemental nutrition. See, anyone can apply for food stamps. That's FS. See, anyone applying for food stamps will see FS on the screen. Temporary cash assistance. This is for families with children, including unborn child under the age of 18. So if you're out there and you have a child under 18, you may be eligible for that. Temporary disability assistance for disabled adults with no children. Medical assistance for the aged, blind, and disabled. Medical assistance for long-term care, only for disabled individuals admitted to nursing homes. See, all these things. A Maryland Emergency Assistance Program. Low-income families need emergency assistance with home heating bills. Okay, that's an application. You can't pay your heating bill. You're tight on that money, so there's a program for that. Electrical Universal Service Program for low-income families who need assistance with electric bills. Okay, heating bills, electric bills could be the same thing. Child Care Subsidy Program, formerly known as Purchase of Care. So that's for child care. See, you have to choose at one. So we're interested in the food stamps. But see, that's why online, what makes it online, man, you could find out more about what's going on, in the world and what you're eligible for. They have no idea. Okay. And then you start the application, you fill it out. And I went through the forms. If this takes you 20 minutes, that would be a long time. They just want to know how much money you make, and they may, after you fill in the form and you don't get anything bad from the application that you're not eligible for this, then they may have you come and be interviewed just to make sure that you're the real person, you're not scamming, the government for money. I mean, in the same way you wouldn't want people that take money. If you hear about people scamming the government, that's not bad for the rest of us taxpayers. So they want to make sure. And also, if you have any problems with this, whatever, there's 2 places you could always call, and that's 211 That's a local hotline. You could call it on a telephone. You know those telephones? We still have those. Now we have them cell phones. You talk to somebody and say, hey, I am having trouble filling out an application for SNAP, Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program. And they'll find a nonprofit organization locally that will help you do that. See, that's right. If you know that, actually another person too is your elected official, and you could find them out by calling 211 or your local public library to find a local caseworker at your congressman's office or a state elected official, and they have people on their payroll that help people do this for free. So they'll do it all for free. So don't ever spend money, to anybody to get anything from the government, unless you're a gazillionaire and just too goddamn lazy to do anything. That's who I used to work for when I did all this. But that's all it boils down to. There's no magic to any of this. Fill in the blanks, you screw it up, then you call up or you start it again. And what the heck? The important thing is that you try, and the stuff is there for you to take advantage of. Okay?